I didn't think much of them at first. These newbie licks. I'd heard of them. I worked for Hollywood Abrams, hung out by the Griffith College. Nellie. Toreador. Flashy poshy. Victor Ventru. The Uber Undad. Jasper. Nosferatu. Sneaky, creepy. And Annabelle. More than meets the eye, right? Well, they all are. Much more, really. I love it when Undad gets all bent out of shape, like frothing at the mouth, super pissed off. Like with the chair, right? That was so good. Oh, it made me so happy. Their first night together. That was wild. They went up to the observatory and met with the witch, and that's where they learned that Annabelle's a bruja. And then they got into a scrape with Bobby Blaine's goons, and Jasper went mano a mano with an SUV. I know. Ouch. Huh. And then we met, sort of, a few nights later, when they broke into the Old Haven. You remember that? Place where Blaine's goons met up with the feds and I stole their shit, remember? Fine. You stole their shit. Thank you. Anyway. They came looking for Blaine, and they found me. At first I thought that they were with Blaine and that I'd have to run them off. Okay, fine. We would have to run them off. Yes, thank you. Okay. I overheard them. And, well, they didn't sound like the usual useless LA rabble, you know? They haven't seen the shit that I've seen or had to do the shit that I've had to do just to survive, but then again, who has? And still, there was something about them. Then the ivory tower shows up. Nellie's sire, jerk-faced Chaz. I know, that guy. And they were not happy about that at all. So I think, what the hell? I'll just let this play out, you know? See what side they're really on, right? That was the night Jasper lost his cool. Totally freaked out on Annabelle. She's lucky that he didn't eat her. The frenzy, that is no joke. Anyway, later I trailed them to Victor's Fancy Club in Hollywood. It's a nice place, it's got great music. You know, I always wanted to DJ when I was back in uni. Well, I decided to test the club's defenses, and you know what that means. This is a Rat Pack time. Look at you guys. You recognize some of these guys, right? I'm pretty good at this. And that is where we met. For reals. Right? We look good, too. It was a good look that night. Look at this. No. Shut up. My hair does, too, look like that. It's all fluffy and luscious. Oh, that is rude, Frankie. You're eating out of the dumpster tonight. Nobody give him food. He's being rude. Huh? It rhymes. Anyway. No Jasper that time, but X was with them, which is a good sign. He gives lip service to Therese, but he's a lot smarter than he seems. Most of the time. Okay, sometimes. You know what? He tries. We'll give him that. Shit went sideways, of course, because it always goes sideways. Blaine's gang hit the club. Big fight, big mess. Nellie shows some claws and a big knife. Yeah. And Victor blows away the goons with a fire gun that we took off the feds. Thank you, Dom, for not firing that off when we found it. And when the dust settled, well, it went a different kind of sideways. You're not gonna believe this. Ready? We find out that Victor's son has been hanging with Blaine's goons, but he doesn't know that they're vampires. Or that his dad's a vampire. How do you not know that your dad's a vampire? It gets better. Annabelle is dating the twin. And some other girl. Right? Lucky girl. Whew. Anyway. That is a fucking vampire soap opera, right? Oh man, I wonder how that all turns out. Whew. Oh man, the political situation gets really interesting though. I mean, Victor, he decides that he's the Baron of the Valley, the new Baron of the Valley. I mean, right? Who wants that? But it's okay, it's cool, because it means that a shakeup is coming, and maybe for the better, you know? Maybe. They capture this Nick dude, another Nosferatu. One of Blaine's dudes turns out he's the lick who killed Annabelle. It seems she set fire to a building he owned, so he drank her dry and left her for dead. I know, right? So who's her sire? Well, it is this asshole. Carver. Worst kind of absentee parent. Baby doll. Baby doll my ass. Guy's a psycho, and I don't know whose side he's actually on. He better not hurt our girl. Right? And he embraced her, though, after Nick bit her, so, I mean, he saved her, kind of, maybe? No. You know what? No. Who am I kidding? Asshole. Major asshole. Major asshole. Carver was on the trail of some thin bloods who were cooking up some weird blood drugs and then feeding them to the students on campus. Yeah. Beckett says that the Duskborn are harbingers of the end times for our kind. But who knows, you know? Poor bastards stuck between life and death. I don't know which one's worse, really. Oof. So many sketches, so little time. But now those thin bloods are dead. Some of their human buddies, too. It's what we do, you know? We get hungry. The beast gets its way, and before you know it, too late. Real talk, though. That is the night that I decided that Annabelle could be exactly what we need. She felt rotten about all the death and destruction around her, but she tried to learn the lesson anyway, and you gotta admire that, right? At first I couldn't figure out why they decided to go visit Miranda. Ever since the followers set rebranded themselves as the Ministry, I can barely keep a straight face around them. But then I got it. Politics again, you know? Favors. Miranda could see that the wind was shifting, wanted a seat at the table, offered to trade Nick for it. Gotta hand it to her, that was really well played. Nick got what he deserved. I thought Annabelle would take him out. She beat him into a torpor with her bare hands. That was impressive. It was really impressive. But it was Nellie who sent him to the final death. She took his ugly face away from his shoulders and dusted him. Oh! Sorry, Remy. That was a little graphic for you, wasn't it? Don't do it again. That was a nice moment. Too bad about Miranda's nightclub, though. And, you know, that's what happens when the feds are hunting you. Les chats noirs. Bye-bye. Now this is where it gets weird. Oh my god, Frankie, I know, it's all been weird, but this is like where it gets really weird. Who's telling this story anyway? Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Okay. So, Where was I? Really weird. Right. Turns out, Jasper lives in some kind of creepy magic maze out near Griffith Park. Yeah, no, I know. It freaks me out too. His friends go into this super creepy labyrinth to find Jasper. And you know what they meet down there? A freaking werewolf! Look at... I'm not over that one. That one was wild. Anyway. As if that's not weird enough. They finally find their way out and into Jasper's haven, only to discover he's not home, but he does have a vampire locked up down there. Prisoner tries to snow him with a sob story, and she almost gets away with it. Almost. Turns out it was Tara, the lick who used to be the Baron of San Diego, but then she turned on the movement and went over to the Camarilla. Abrams had Jasper put her on ice for a while, and yeah, well, that tells you how bad the situation's getting, right? Anyway, things really picked up speed after that. Favors got these nearly nobodies invitations to the Succubus Club, which is the hottest one-night vampire party in town. Oof. Victoria Ash. She's the Succubus Club hostess. I don't mess with her or go to her parties, even if I'm invited. Favors, again, though. Somebody owed somebody else. And the bottom line was that Victoria handed over Bobby Blaine himself. Yeah, that one. My dudes took him out naturally, right? But then Victoria, I don't know if she ordered it. They killed them all. The guests, all of the people, all of the mortals. The vampires killed all of them. I don't know, maybe like 100, and they didn't have to do that. Look, I know how it is. I really do. I have been dead long enough to know the score. But this can't go on. The revolt, the anarch movement, it all used to mean something. We were different from the Camarilla, from the elders, the monsters. The monsters who are trying to take our city from us. Somebody has to do something. Rally the barons, stir them to action. Take a stand. And somehow, I think that somebody will. Oh, yeah. I'm leaving parts out. Sorry. I'll be quick. Let's see. Jasper went and watched his girlfriend from the mortal life. Really messed that one up. I think he's been hanging around Annabelle a little bit too much. That was a mistake. Nellie recruited someone to watch her back. Do not tell the rest of the coterie, though. Oh my god, wait, did I tell you that she's been seeing a ghost? Yeah. Okay, way too long to get into that one. Do that later. Victor took his seat as Baron of the Valley, but that involved having to say goodbye to someone he was depending on. Heavy as the head that wears the crown. No, Frankie, it's not an actual crown. Oh, but Nellie had a crown once. Oh, come on, you're getting me sidetracked. That's not fair. Okay, moving on. Ignore Frankie. He's being rude. No food for the rude. This is the rule. Okay. Finally, Annabelle made some decisions. A decision that's gonna have some real consequences. They're cute though, right? I hope it works out, what she chose. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Right? Yeah, keep an eye out. Or eyes out. Lots of eyes, really. I don't want to do the math for that. That's a lot of eyes. Always watching. And we'll keep watching. But anyway. Do you like my story? Yeah. All right, now what's for dinner? Except you, Frankie. You're going in the dumpster.